I bought the Nikon F5 35mm film camera in 2023 and made a first impressions video shortly after. But I figured now that I've owned the camera for a year, I should do a review. This won't be a technical review, but more so some key facts about the camera, my thoughts, and some photo examples utilizing various f-mount lenses and film stocks. Let's dive in. Since purchasing the Nikon F5 from KEH, it's always been set to color matrix metering. It's very good and accurate. I usually never have any issues in terms of exposure for my color negative film. I read online a while back that color matrix metering works really well with slide film. I also agree with that, as I shot some Ektachrome 100 last summer on the F5 and I absolutely love the results. I will say be careful when using 3D color matrix metering on the F5 and super high contrast scenes. Just make sure you meter for the highlights instead. The Nikon F5 is my third film camera, right after the Mamiya RZ67 Pro 2 and the Nikon F3. Both of those cameras are fully manual, so I figured I'd try my hand at one of the autofocusing film cameras. I love pairing some really good f-mount glass with the F5's autofocusing system. This shoot with Tarshell that you've been seeing on the screen, I've used the Nikon F5 f1.4 ED lens with Kodak Tri-X 400 and I absolutely love the results. The F5 is a super sturdy and well-built camera. It's like a mini tank, and that's before you attach lenses and 8 AA batteries to it. But when I first bought the F5, I took it to Florida with me. Probably not the most ideal camera for travel, especially when I was solo, and I also had the Fuji X-H2S and the 16-55mm f2.8 lens in my other hand, but I made it work. Personally, I'll probably stick with my F3 for traveling, just because it's way lighter moving forward. But yeah, it got the job done for what I needed to at the time. The Nikon 70-200 f2.8 is probably my favorite lens to use with the Nikon F5. Like the 105mm f1.4 lens I used earlier, the 70-200 is one of the electronic aperture control lenses, where on the F5, the body is too old to adjust the aperture. So with these E lenses on older bodies, you'll only be able to shoot wide open, which isn't the biggest problem as you can adjust your shutter speed to compensate for proper exposure. But the 70-200 produces really beautiful images no matter what film stock you're using, and it makes it hard to ever leave my camera. If you've seen some of my earlier film videos, then you know the 85mm focal length used to be my go-to for portraits when I shot on digital, but when switching to film, 50mm became my new norm. It's super flattering for portraits, and the 50mm f1.4 in particular is super lightweight and easy to travel around, and you get some awesome results with it. Let me know in the comments if you've used the F5 at any time during its existence. I really found a hidden gem with this camera and I'm very happy to own it. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming content. I'll check you on the next one. Peace.